Hello, welcome to your first ukulele lesson. In this video, I made notes for myself. We will be learning how to hold the ukulele, where to put our thumb, how to strum, and our first song. So if you're ready for that, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. By the way, I will be using ukulele and ukulele interchangeably, and I encourage you to do the same as well. Okay, so first, how to hold it. I'm going to teach you exactly the same way I teach my students, okay? So, you want to put the back of the ukulele on your belly. Have it glued to your belly. If the mouth of the ukulele is playing up that way, that's not your audience. Your audience is going to be out here. So you want the mouth of the ukulele pointing to your audience. So think about it that way. Now, let's pretend that you're a clock. This would be 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock is way too high, but 3 o'clock is kind of way too low. So bring it up somewhere in between. Sometimes your shoulder is a good way to measure it, like at the height of your shoulder, but for some people it might be a little uncomfortable. So you can bring it down here. Next, if you have a necklace or long sleeve, move that out of the way so that it's not touching your ukulele. So now we're gonna do a thumbs up and put that in the back center. This is what my thumbs up looks like. It would be incorrect to glue the whole thumb parallel. You don't want to do that. That's actually going to create some tension and hurt you in the long run. So do a thumbs up and put that to the back center. So now that we have our thumbs up, unfold the hand naturally. Just imagine it this way. It's not tense. It's not like strained, just very natural. Okay, so now this hand is going to serve as a seat belt. To test if your seat belt is strong enough, drop this hand. The ukulele should stay in place. If your ukulele fell, then this part of your arm isn't working hard enough. So use that part of your arm to glue the ukulele to you and grab it by the waist. So here we are grabbing it by the waist, and this part of my arm is holding it to me. Make sure you don't carry it like a book bag. Keep it in front of you on your belly, your torso. Okay, so we have thumbs up to the back, unfolded. Now we're gonna strum first with our thumb. Keep the hand glued to the waist and just strum this way. I'm not really pressing anything yet. And play with that a little bit. Make sure your thumb doesn't dig in. That's way too harsh. Just slide it down gently. Now, let's learn our first chord. We're going to use our ring finger on the 3rd fret. So 1, 2, 3. So we are on the 3rd fret, string closest to the floor. And you see those dots on my fingers? Those are the dots that should touch the ukulele string. So I'm going to use that part of my finger, very, very tip, to squeeze the string down, and I'm going to test only that string. It rings. If you get something like this, you're not squeezing hard enough. So squeeze, keep the thumb in the back and squeeze, and you should get that. Now strum through all 4 strings. If you get this, don't worry, the strength on this hand will come. So if it hurts to squeeze, just do a little bit every day and you'll get stronger. If you're sitting down, you don't have to carry the ukulele, by the way. You can have it just rest on your legs. Just keep a nice angle up here so that your wrist doesn't do the carrying, you know what I mean? Okay, so another place where you can strum is right here on this part of the nail. And you can have the strings touch right there. Let me show you. And notice I'm not like bringing the whole string into my skin. That would be too painful. Just the tip. And I'm not going to do this very harshly. It's just gentle. So depending on what works for you, you can use the waist strum. This way you have more control. And this way might sound a little bit louder because you're hitting with a harder surface. So now let's go back to C chord. And let's just strum. Strum with me. Not fast, not slow, just strumming down. Now we're gonna do our first song. On C chord, strumming downwards like we were just doing. Let me do it first, and then we'll do it together. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So now let's do it together. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. When I was going to school to become a teacher, they taught us that if we reviewed for 3 minutes at the end of class, that you would remember 50% more than if we had not reviewed. So this is gonna be the review part of the lesson. Remember, this is gonna help you remember more. So let's review. Back to belly, seat belt hand. Hold it with the forearm. This should keep it close to you. Thumbs up to the back center. Ring finger to C chord. Strumming downwards with the thumb is okay. Or with the fingernail on the index finger is okay. If you think of yourself as a clock, go to about 2 o'clock. That would be a very nice position. And one thing that I didn't mention, make sure that your wrist isn't bent and carrying the ukulele. When you're switching through chords, that would bring a lot of pain to your hand. So make sure that you drop the wrist. Keep the house for the mouse, and you should feel comfortable. Watch this video again in the morning, and then at nighttime, in the morning, and at nighttime. Watch it about 4 times so that everything that you learned today will really sink in. And then after that, go and watch the next tutorials. I have the next tutorial in the description box below so that you can learn more songs. If you enjoyed this lesson, let me know by giving it a like and dropping a comment down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara!